So we're at home on a lovely spring morning. Had storms last night and it is really pretty out. Quite warm, but nice cool breeze. I'm going to talk about passion fruit. So the background of this one, when I got here, it was on all over this fence. There was another extra height structure that was holding it up another probably 4 feet or a metre, and it was actually tied off to the downpipe which it had ripped off the house. So it wasn't great, and it was doing damage, creating a pathway for pests to the house, and it obviously needed changing. But the plant itself was, quite well established, at least a couple of years old, and passion fruits are really hardy and they provide beautiful fruit, and so worth saving. And also believe that that passion fruit is like the plant of no regret. Whenever you add it, you never regret it, and whether it's just smoothies or anything, or eating it fresh off the vine, it's even a tart one is it's definitely a plant of no regret. The flavour is delicious. It gives you a zest. My next ad is actually going to be salads, because I reckon the crunch of the seeds and the tartness would be nice in salads. So the process was removing all the vine that was intertwined from the fence, which I initially started with tracing the big leaders, which are still the leaders that are there, tracing the big leaders back to the start, and then tracing them all the way along, and so I could find them, and then cutting all the dead waste. And I would say it was, once stacked up, it would have been 3 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and most of it would have been dead matter. And I think that's probably the story with a lot of passion fruits around Queensland, where they're just left to just grow, and they just keep on. They're such vigorous growers that they just pile leaf on top of leaf, and then everything underneath just dies from no sunlight. So anyway, I cut off all the extra bits and left my stalks, my leaders, and they're just bare with no leaf on them. And then I slowly traced them back to the base, and one by one unwound them through the fence. It was quite a methodical and fun process, to be honest, and it didn't take that long. I guess probably about an hour and a half of just slowly winding it out of the fence and bringing it back. Then I created this structure just out of recycled materials, because of course I like the idea of the screen from the deck to the road behind us, and then slowly wound it around this. And then, because it was a bit dry at that stage, I was a bit worried that the timing wasn't going to be great for its new life, its new reshoot. But it's actually come away really nice. Even before it started raining, it did. So underneath it will be, I've just marked out with the hose there, I'm gonna do it's just going to be sweet potato, catching all that water from that downpipe. So I want something quite hungry. I'll mattock the ground up and get rid of the weeds and the grass, and add some mushroom compost edged with rocks, and then I'll mulch it and let it just rest for a bit, and I'll be planting sweet potato in there hopefully in about a month. So that is the video of the passion fruit. It's a fun little project. You can be creative with it. They're super hardy. I damaged one and it's just reshot and sealed itself up. And I know they're all intertwined either in chain link or pull fence or paling fence or picket fence. But yeah, just take your time, and it's a good time of year to do it because they'll reshoot really quick. And enjoy it. Maintenance just to encourage growth on the up on the screen itself rather than down here. And I actually feel like that this naked as it grows up is going to be quite a nice feature anyway. I just remove everything from around the base, and so it just gets a reminder that this is not where we want foliage, mate. We want foliage on the screen. Some of them you can just pick off by hand, but others need the secchies. And I think you can be quite creative with this part of it as well. So if you've got like quite an established one, it actually can be quite a nice woody feature, building up into a lush green screen. Right. And this has to happen quite often. So I would say, now that it's growing vigorously, once every couple of weeks at least, at the most. So anyway, enjoy your passion fruit trimming.